This is Reading Writing Workshop, page 228 and 229. And when we're finished with the vocabulary, we'll go to the first story on the following page. Effective. The broom is an effective tool for sweeping up leaves and dirt. What is an effective tool for cutting paper? Scissors. Example. The apple is a good example of a healthy fruit. Name an example of a healthy vegetable. Corn. Identical. Mark and Matt are identical twins because they look alike. What makes two things identical? They look alike, they sound alike, they talk alike, they think alike. Imitate. This robot can imitate the way Cody moves. What does it mean to imitate something? That means to act like it, to do the things that they do. Looks like the robot's moving its arms like Cody is. Material. The baby's blanket is made of a soft, warm material. Describe the material your shirt is made of. My shirt is made of cotton. Model. Kevin and I play with my model airplane in the park. Why does it help to have a model? Well, it's fun, and it shows what the real thing looks like. Observed. Meg and Joanne observed the fish and wrote down what they saw. What is another word for observed? Saw, noticed, identified, looked at. Similar. My dad and I look alike, so we wear similar shirts. What is a word that means the opposite of similar? Different. Now let's go to the next page. Page 230. Bats did it first. The genre is expository. The essential question, what ideas can we get from nature? Read about how bats inspired a new cane for blind people. Nature is full of great ideas. Many inventors and scientists just step outside and look around for inspiration and ideas. They often imitate, there's a vocabulary word, or copy what they see outdoors. They use nature to inspire their inventions. One amazing invention was inspired by bats. It's a special cane that helps blind people navigate and get around. This boy is blind and uses a special cane to help him get around. Canes lead the way. Many blind people use canes. They tap the canes on the ground in front of them to locate objects that may be in the way. This helps them move around safely as they do their shopping or walk outdoors. The bat-inspired cane is different from these canes. It sends out sound waves or signals. These signals are almost identical, there's a vocabulary word, to the ones bats use to find their way in the dark. How bats get around. The scientist that came up with the idea for the new cane was inspired by watching bats. He observed, there's a vocabulary word, he observed the way bats fly at night. The bats make high-pitched sounds that people cannot hear. These sounds create an amazing navigation system for the bats. Here's how it works. Bats send sound waves out through their mouth or nose. These sound waves hit objects and then bounce back as an echo. The echo tells the bats how far away an object is and how big it is. This information helps bats find bugs to eat. It's also an effective, there's a vocabulary word, it is also an effective way to keep bats from bumping into trees and other bats. And this tells about it, how bats use sound waves. There's the bat, there's the sound waves, the blue, and the bouncing back is red. The echo is red. It hits a moth. This diagram shows how a bat uses sound waves. First, the bat sends out sound waves. Then the waves hit the moth and bounce back to the bat as an echo. This tells the bat where and how close the moth is. A batty idea. The scientist who invented the new cane took what he learned from observing bats. He used a similar idea. There's a vocabulary word. He started with an ordinary white cane. He wanted the cane to imitate the way bats use sound waves. So he sketched plans and made a model, there's a vocabulary word, of his invention. When he built the cane, the scientist used a special material, there's another vocabulary word, that was lightweight and strong. Then he added sound waves. Finally, a team of scientists tested the cane. It worked. how the cane works. The handle of the cane sends out signals. The signals bounce off objects in front of the cane. Then an echo bounces back to the cane's handle. The person holding it feels buttons on the handle vibrate or shake. These buttons tell the person how far away and how big the object is. Look at the picture. The bat-inspired cane. There's the sound waves, there's the cane, there's echo, there's a mailbox. This bat-inspired cane uses sound waves. The cane alerts the man there is something in his way. Scientists and inventors study plants and animals all the time. Their observations have led them to invent many useful things, and like many new inventions, the bat-inspired cane is a good example, there's a vocabulary word, a good example of how great ideas can come from nature. This scientist is studying how bats fly. Make connections. How did bats inspire a cane that helps blind people? Essential question. That's good to talk with your guide on the side about. What is something in nature that inspires you? What would you invent? There's another good discussion starter.